what up, what up, what up? So usually, when a celebrity or somebody who is wealthy or rich and is well known dies, or even just normal people for that matter, what happens afterwards? Like, let's just, for instance, I don't know, I guess like a celebrity, Nipsey or Biggie, or I don't know, anybody. You know, when they die, you know, everybody mourns, everybody goes nuts, and then, you know, not but fucking 2 months later, 3 months later, you don't hear about this shit no more. You know, you might see like little things here and there, but for the most part, you know, people move on and they go to the next thing they can leech on. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm talking about this is because I heard or seen or whatever, listened to Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide in jail. And apparently this is the second attempt, but not really an attempt because he successfully did it. That he tried to commit suicide, and usually when you try to commit suicide once, they put you on suicide watch, and makes it a little bit harder for you to kill yourself. Because to me, I guess in a sense, in a physical sense, you know, he took the fucking easy way out. You know? He took the easy way out. And yeah, he's gonna suffer. He's definitely gonna suffer. You know what I'm saying? But it would have been so much far worse for him to suffer here because of you know, what he'd have to endure in jail, and going from doing whatever the fuck he wanted to being stuck in a little box. And it would have been torture for him, and he knew that. He also didn't want to be outed out, you know, as the fucking child trafficking, you know, guy. But I guess what pisses me off is that he killed himself, and yeah, it's not gonna all disappear, I know that, but for the most part, all the hype that was going is all gonna fucking die down because he's dead, and people are gonna. I feel like they might have let him kill himself, or however you want to. I mean, this is all alleged, but this is just my opinion. But they let him kill himself so that it would die down, and the topic of child sex trafficking would die down within the public to keep everybody else safe. Because what people don't understand is that Jeffrey Epstein was just a single fucking person in the maybe not millions, I don't want to say that, maybe millions, I guess that would be, I don't know, whatever. But to the multiple people who are in Congress and the government and the FBI and the CIA, you know, Hollywood, you know, big movie actors, you know, wealthy CEOs, you know, sick fucking people in high places. You know, there's so many of them out there that, from what I've read, that if we were going to take down all sex trafficking rings, then the FBI would disappear, the fucking government would disappear, because, you know, not the Bush family, well, I'm sure they're involved too, but the Clinton family is into it, and, you know, countless other fucking people who, some people look up to these people, and I don't fucking get it. I've never in my entire life ever been like, man, I really look up to Ronald Reagan, or I don't know, that's the first person I thought of. Or, you know, I really admire Donald Trump and the way that he, you know, handles his presidency. Like, fuck that shit, man. what I do is I sit back and when people try to, argue with me about shit like that, politics, I'm like, yo, straight up. You gotta look at the big motherfucking picture, bitch. And what I mean by that is, who's funding those people? Who is keeping those people alive financially and publicly, and with on TV and media and shit like that? Excuse me. Nobody looks at that shit. There are people that do look at it, but there aren't people that look at this shit. And, well, I should say the ones that we need to look at them aren't looking. And that's because, more than likely, those same people are in bed with those people. And they don't want to get caught either. It just makes me sick that, you'll fucking destroy one person, but we're not going to go after the other people. I mean, and I get it, it's very lucrative to certain people, and a lot of people are fucking thriving off this shit and also getting off to this shit, which is fucking disgusting. How anybody could be attracted to a girl, a baby girl, or a little boy, it just boggles my fucking mind that anybody would be attracted to children, let alone sell your child or sell children, kidnap them and sell them on a black market for other people to fucking have sex with and torture and possibly fucking kill and eat and drink their blood for ritualistic practices, Luciferianism, Satanism, all that crazy shit. And it just really fucking, it'll really fuck with you if you really sit here and think about the world that we really live in, and it's just gotta stop, yo. Like, this place is not gonna fucking thrive if we don't get all this bullshit out of the fucking way, man. And we gotta keep exposing these fucking people and keep showing people that, hey, James Alefantis is obviously doing something at Comet Pizza, but you see how he just kind of like fell to the backdrop and nobody's fucking saying anything about him. Granted, some of his videos are still floating around and, shit like that, but for the most part, don't nobody hear about that man no more. Why? Because he's being pushed out of the media and being saved, I believe. Because to me, what I've gathered, to me, it seems like he is a middleman between children and a middleman between celebrities and Congress, and not Congress, but government, that he allows them to do certain things at his spot. Like it's a fucking, like a safe haven, even though it's not a safe haven. And he's probably getting paid very well. I mean, what fucking pizza store owner, other than like Papa John's or something like that, who isn't even Papa John's anymore, but we're famous like that, and openly talk about fucking weird shit on their Instagram. Not only that, but posting weird shit about children. It's just fucking weird, man. But yet, for some odd reason, it just gets slipped away, and maybe it's not. I know people are still fucking talking about him. I get it. But, I mean, it gets slipped out of the media because the media is owned by the people who are funding the trafficking, And it's not only the sex trafficking, it's the drug trafficking. It's all that shit, man. Like, you gotta fucking realize, like, how do you think these fucking people are being allowed to traffic all these drugs into America and not get fucking caught? I mean, today, in this day and age, it is physically fucking impossible to become, well, not physically impossible, I won't say that, but to become, a multi-millionaire off of heroin or weed, or when it was illegal, or any type of drug. It's impossible, because any city you go to, there's cameras everywhere. Any fucking rural place where there's businesses, there's cameras everywhere. They're constantly watching us, not to mention that the satellites in the fucking sky, they have technology out, apparently, I don't know for a fact, but they can zoom in from the sky, and it has little like markers for you that'll highlight your body or whatever the case is, and they can fucking run your information. If you have a Facebook or any kind of social media and you've posted a selfie, they got your facial recognition in the system, and they can track you that way. Not to mention if you got credit cards or a job. Everyone's got a job. You're in some type of system, in some type of payroll, and you're getting taxes taken out, so they're monitoring you. You know what I mean? Don't pay your taxes for fucking 10 years, and you tell me if you fucking end up okay. You're not. So they're constantly watching, no matter what. Maybe not on a minute level as far as listening to you in your home, but there are some people who are gonna do that, and they can tap into your light bulbs, your dishwasher, your fucking your radios, your phone for that matter, your iPads. I mean, anything that's got a fucking electrical pulse to it, they can fucking get into. All they got to do is tap wires or tap frequencies, or I'm not sure how it works, but if they're able, if there's a frequency going through that thing, somehow they're able to fucking use that and utilize it to listen to people in their homes or wherever they are. It's just it's quite sickening, and it's scary to think about, but it is what it is, and we've allowed it to come this far, and now we're all just deciding to figure it all out, even though to me it's fucking way fucking late, but it's never too late, you know what I mean? It's never too late, because obviously we have some kind of time, but I know it's kind of short, and you know what, that even might be false too, because it might just be another way to put you into fucking fight or flight mode, constantly reacting off of fear, or reacting off emotion, and to keep you always feeling like you're fighting for your life when you shouldn't be. We should all be happy here, dwelling with each other, talking to each other, mingling and all that shit, and keeping our bloodline going by producing babies and taking care of those babies and teaching those babies that what's going on, and about the past, essentially. But yeah, I've now gone way off subject. Went from Jeffrey Epstein's suicide all the way to this, but you see how it all ties in, though, man. Like, it all ties in no matter what. And I don't know, felt like speaking on it, because somebody needs to speak on it, and I know I'm not going to be the first or the last, but it needs to be spoken on, because people are being quiet about the shit, and the ones that are trying to keep it on the hush are the same ones fucking doing the crime. So that's all I'm saying. But alright, guys, I'm out. Peace.